In this section, we want to have a look at how we can create fresh new data content from the scratch. You might have heard that it's very complicated to create database content because it's XML, you have to learn about structured content, you have to learn about XML, you have to learn about elements and attributes and all that. But with AEM Guides, we made it really easy to create data content from the scratch, even without knowing much about data. Of course, knowledge about data helps, but it's not necessary. So let's have a look how we do that in AEM Guides. Here in the main navigation, I click on Guides to enter the Adobe Experience Manager Guides environment. On the left, I have my main navigation and my repository. In that repository, I have all these subfolders where I'm working in with my content. One of these subfolders is EN for English, and I have already a couple of projects in there, but I want to create something really from the scratch, completely new. So have a look at these three icons. This is the context menu of that folder, EN. So I click on it, and I get a submenu where I have Create submenu. And in that Create submenu, I have Data topic, Data map. I can create another folder or a Markdown topic. To separate my content or get it organized, I first create a folder. So I click on Folder and say My User Guide. You see, this is my title, and the name of that folder, the folder name in the system, is actually already populated automatically, and my spaces and blanks are replaced by hyphens, and the path is shown here as well. So I just click Create to get this new folder. And it tells me that the folder has been created successfully. And here I have my user guide. I click again on these three folders, say Create, and this time I want to create a data topic. I have several template options here, like blank, concept. I can create a dataval, glossary, a reference, a task, or a topic, or a troubleshooting topic. I just select topic. And let's say we want to add information about how to contact our company. So I call that contact, or maybe how to contact us. You see that the file name is again auto-populated with hyphens instead of blanks, and I can select Create. And here in the center panel, my topic gets opened, and the title of that topic is already populated from the title that I had entered into the file creation dialog, and it already reads how to contact us. Here I have placeholders like paragraph and short description in the bright gray. And in this short description, I can enter a quick introduction about what this topic is about. So we tell the reader of that topic what they can expect to get, what kind of information they can expect to get in this topic. So I type something like this in for the user. Something like that. And in the main body, I can enter the main content of that topic. This short description might or might not appear in the published output, depending on how you configure your output and how you set that up. Might also go, for example, only into the metadata field of a published HTML output, but we keep that in here. And don't worry about that right now during authoring. We just populate the content. Let's start with a nice introduction paragraph. By just pressing return, I get another paragraph. Like this. Now I want to insert additional elements. What I had done now is creating that title paragraph or that title element. I have that short description here and 2 paragraphs. Now I want to insert the bulleted list. Nothing more easy than that. We just hit return again and select click the insert bulleted list icon at the top main navigation bar, or the icon bar at the top for our editor. So I click on that and I get a bullet point where I can type in content. Let's say here are some options to contact us. You can talk to us over the phone. You can send us an email. You can use our chatbot. Now I want to give some additional information about how to contact us with a concrete information like a phone number or an email address. And I think it's maybe useful to use a table for that. So you just notice I just hit the enter key 2 times and then I get out of that bulleted list. And here's the icon for inserting a table. So I insert a table and say, I need 3 rows and 2 columns, and the first row should be a header row, and the title of that table should be contact options. So I click insert. Now I have my table contact options. And on the left column, I put in something like contact option and contact details. Now I can click in the first body row on the left column and say, let's say email, and contact details is techcom@adobe.com. And then I could insert a phone number, and it's +1. I don't know the phone number right now out of my head, so I just type something in like this. And when I press the tab key, I automatically get another row with 2 columns. Like this. Okay, now it's still a little bit boring. Let me just save that here with a save icon. And I want to insert also a nice photo. So I insert some empty paragraph here and I click on this image icon here, insert image. So I can select a file from that insert image dialog and I get into the asset management of Adobe Experience Manager. It's a multi-column view. I already explained in some other video how to switch the view, basically with a column view and card view and list view. I'm in the column view right now. I like that a lot because I can drill down through the content very easily. And I have an additional folder here called images. And in this image, I've uploaded an image with a sort of representation of contact options. And I like that for this specific purpose here. So I select this image and insert it. And you see the path where the image is located, like a relative path, relative to the position of my topic in my system. And I can insert a figure title, but usually I would do that for an illustration in a technical documentation, for example. But in this specific case where it's really just illustrative and I don't want to have a title on top of that image. So I leave the figure title empty, but what I'm adding here is an alternate text. That's important for Section 508 compliance, so that when I publish my content to PDF or to HTML5, AM sites, etc., or an ebook, that there's an alternative text for people who cannot see the image, but a screen reader might be able to explain what the user can see in this image. So I type explanatory content in here. This is the content that a screen reader would read to a, for example, visually impaired person. And I click insert. and now I have it here. So I can add additional content here and say something like this. But now I notice, maybe this paragraph is not exactly well positioned and maybe it should be below the table. And there we come to the part that is more structured content and where we get an idea how powerful that structured content actually is. So here on the left side, we have an icon called Outline View. So I click on Outline View, and what I get here is a visual representation of the content in my system, of the structure of the content of my topic. So you see, I have as a root element, I have a topic. In that topic, I have a sub-element called title. I have a sub-element short description, short desk in Dida, and I have the whole body of my topic with a paragraph, with an image inside, another paragraph, another paragraph, another paragraph. I have a UL element, which is an unsorted list with 3 list items, LI elements. And I have my table. And my table consists of a title and the table group. The table could have multiple groups. I have a table head with 1 row in it and 2 entries, the 2 cells of the table. And I have my table body, the T-body element, with rows and entries. So I want to move around a little bit my content here and say this table I want to actually have not inside a paragraph but standalone. And I want to have my third paragraph that I had inserted here. Please allow us a few hours to get back to your email. I want to have that below my table. And that's very easy as well. I can just drag and drop it here below the table and it gets moved around in my topic, in my content here. So this is what is so powerful because I have really a visual representation of the structure of my content. So as you saw, it's pretty easy to create a Dida topic, but is that actually Dida? Is that actually XML? Yes, it is. When you have a look here at the top right, there's the source icon. I can click on the source icon and I see how that topic looks under the hood. I see all the XML content. I see my topic, I see my title, how to contact us, I see my short description, I see my body, my paragraph, etc., etc. So let's assume I don't like that my image here is inside a paragraph. I want to have it in a figure element, which is sort of a wrapping container for images in Dida. So I just select the P element here and type in FIG for figure. And you see that also the closing element is automatically changed. It's automatically adapting to what I type in here. If I do an error like typing it figure instead of FIG, I get a warning, unexpected element figure inside element body. So the system is also really aware of Dida and in which situation, which XML element is right. So I could even add more content here and fix small details like that trading space here, and type in another paragraph and say, we appreciate your interest. Thanks a lot. And when I switch back to the author view, I have that content here as well. So you can see we have 2 options here, how we can work with content. We can create content with this sort of WYSIWYG editor, this visual editor, the author view, how we call it, or we could even work with the source code view if we are more on the deeper XML side of things, if we're XML experts, want to add attributes, etc. We can all do that in the source code view and get this code even validated while we are creating it. So this is the source code view. This is the author view. What I can do here on the right side in the content properties, I can add additional attributes and make that content even a little bit more intelligent. But that's for the next video. Thanks for you're interested in this one.